blood off with a piece of cotton, and right at that moment, she made a wish. I wish to have a baby girl whose skin is as white as snow, whose eyes are brighter than the shiniest jewel, and has cherry red lips, and a heart full of joy and happiness. And one day, the wish of the good-hearted queen came true. She had a beautiful baby girl. They named this beautiful girl Snow White. The years went by quickly, but their happiness did not last long. The good-hearted queen had become ill and soon after passed away. After a while, the king aged and had become extremely weak, so he remarried another woman. The new queen was beautiful, all right, but she had an evil heart. She was
กับพระราชินีเขามีลูกสาวคนหนึ่ง
พระราชาไม่ยอมกอดลูกเลย พระราชาใจดำมากไม่ยอมกอดลูกไม่ยอมหอมลูกเลย
Who's the fairest of them all?
ราชินีใจร้ายก็ไปส่องกระจกดู
Hello,
กระจกพิเศษ
goddess.
ให้งาม
You
เลิศ
are
ใน
the
ปัตตา
most
นี
beautiful one.
And the queen would be very happy with the answer. With the
That's all they can
evil
do.
queen,
That's all.
everything in the castle started to change.
That's all.
Because of
That's
her
all.
evil doings, the kingdom faced many, many troubles. So to fix the
พิเศษ
troubles,
บอกว่าคน
the
ที่สวย
king
ที่
had
สุด
to
ใน
go
ใน
away
แผ่นดิน
from
นี้
the
ก็
castle.
คือสโน
The evil
ไวท์
queen was very happy because now that the queen had gone away, she could do as she pleased. The years went by fast, and Snow White grew
นั่
up
ง
to be
ลงนั่งลงลูก
a
นั่งลง เดี๋ยวจะให้พระราชากอดลูกกอดสโนไวท์หอมสโนไวท์
from which he was drinking some water. He immediately looked around, but could not see anyone else other than the birds upon his head. One day,
ในป่า
the
ใหญ่แห่ง
queen
หนึ่ง
was in front of her magic
กับคน
wheel.
แคระทั้งเจ็ดและสโนไวท์
Who's the fairest of them all?
เขาคือสโนไว
The
ท์นะ
queen answered.
พี่คนนั้นคือสโนไวท์
Sorry, but not you, my dear queen. Snow White
คน
is
ที่
the
สวยที่
most
สุดในปัตตานี
beautiful
คือ
one.
สโนไวท์
The queen was furious when she heard the magic
ราชินี
words
ก็โกรธมากเลยจึงวางแผนการที่จะทำร้ายสโนไวท์
and gave a horrible order. You will take Snow White into the woods and bring me
เจ้ารู้จักสโนไวท์ไหมสโนไวท์คือใครทำไมสวยกว่าข้า
จิกเป้า
The soldiers took Snow
Bow.
White next to the queen. Welcome, Snow White. Thought you might have been bored in the castle. Go get some fresh air in the woods. Don't worry, my most trusted hunter will keep you safe. The hunter took Snow White deep into the woods. He had to do what he was told by the queen.
จิ๊บจิ๊บจิ๊บจิ๊บจิ๊บเอาไว้แล้วก็เดินเล่นกับนกแสนสวยในป่าใหญ่
But seeing Snow White's pure heart, full of goodness, the hunter could not do her any harm. He warned her not to go back to the castle ever again. And at sunset, he left her in the woods and headed back to the castle. Snow White was very afraid in the dark woods all alone. She sat under a tree and started crying. Until, at last, she fell asleep. In the morning, Snow White woke up with birds chirping, and many tiny animal friends surrounded her. Because they sometimes knew who she was and loved their princess, they showed the way to Snow White. They brought her to the which was cute and as tiny as a worm. Snow White
สโนไวท์เล่นกับนก
Everything inside the house was very small and extremely messy. Snow White couldn't figure out what this house belonged to, but she did not have anywhere else to go, so she decided to tidy up.
อดีช่วงนั้นสโนไวท์เกิดช่วงที่เป็นโรคขาดสารอาหาร
Snow
กำลั
White
ง
with the small kitchen needles and had something to eat. In this small house, just like everything else, the beds were also tiny.
มาวัน
But
เกิด
Snow White
คน
was
แม่
so
ไปทำอาหาร
tired, she almost
ไม่ใช่
fell
สโน
asleep.
ไวท์อยู่ในบ้านคนเดี
And
ยว
she was. She thought that no harm would come to her in this place and fell asleep on a couple of beds she put together. In the evening, the 7 dwarfs, who were the lovely owners of this beautiful home, had arrived from working in the mine. And as they entered, they were really surprised. The house was clean because it smelled of delicious food. The clumsy wanted some soup, but because of his clumsiness, he spilled it on the floor. Ace was trying to figure out what was going on.
There's something fishy about all this. Who did all this work? I'm sure I can find all the answers.
Said Lazy, yawning. The 7 dwarfs quietly all went upstairs. When they entered the bedroom, they couldn't believe their eyes. There was the most beautiful girl they had ever seen lying on their tiny beds. Hearing the sounds, Snow White jumped up frightened from her sleep as she saw the 14 eyes of the 7 dwarfs staring at her. Finally, with some hesitation, she said, "My name is Snow White. I'm really sorry if I have offended you. I meant no harm."
Well, we are sure of that. Otherwise, why would you clean up and cook for us?
Answered Ace. And in drops,
We are the 7 dwarfs. This is
โนไวท์จะต้องได้รับการจุ่มพิษจากเจ้าชายจะฟื้น
ว้าว
S and there he is. Hey,
กบเคโนโลไปไหนแล้วกบเคโนโลมาจุ่มพิษสโนไวท์หน่อย
Snow White was so happy that now she had 7 more friends. Snow White told them all about what had happened. The 7 dwarfs were really sad to hear what had happened. They asked her to stay with them. Agreeing to stay with them, Snow White always helped them out. They all started to have happy and peaceful times together, but their happiness wasn't going to last long. One day, Whitney asked the question of Matt. On the wall. Who's the fattest of them all? The answer was the same.
well, I'm sorry, but not you, my dear queen. Snow White is the fairest of them all.
The queen thought that she was already dead. Did you not know that the heart finished for good time? It was another joyous morning in the 7 dwarfs' house. Snow White was sending the dwarfs to work with a kiss on their cheek. And it means
And a stranger comes knock the door when we are not home. Do not answer it.
Okie dokie, Ace. But you guys don't be late, okay? Well, there was a knock on the door. She did not expect the dwarfs to come back home at this hour. Who is it? Ace? Is it you guys? From an old woman spoke.
I mean no harm, my little girl. Open up, please.
อยากกินนะสโนไวท์
Snow White saw the poor old woman out and thought she could be kind to her, so
อ
she
ยากกินนะสโนไวท์จิ๊บ
My beautiful girl.
สโนไวท์อยากกินสโนไวท์อยากกินอยากกินอยากกิน
Snow White took the big lady in her bowl of hot
ก่อน
soup.
คุณยาย
Thank you, my dear. I have no money, but I have the most delicious and brightest red apple for you. Even one bite will taste like heaven.
อยากกินสโนไวท์อยากกิ
Curiously
น
took a bite from the
อยาก
apple.
กิน
She fainted and fell down.
สโนไวท์ไม่เห็นกินจริงๆเล
A
ย
surprised evil queen.
เพราะไม่ได้ล้าง
But from heaven,
จะเป็นเทพจริง
even one bite was enough to put Snow White to a sleep, from which she could not be able to wake up.
ส่วนนั้นน่าบอกว่าอยากกินอยากกิน
When the seven dwarfs returned home, the
ๆ
snow
เอาไว้กินแอปเปิ้ลของเราไปแล้วต่อไปนี้เราก็จะสวยที่สุดในปัตตานี
It must be poisonous. This must be the queen's doing.
not even asleep. The door in a glass box
ไว้จ๋าไว้ตายซะ
just
แล้ว
chance, and they put her on a hill where all her friends in the woods could see. One day, the friends came to the woods where Snow White was sleeping. Snow White was shouting the way and
แล้ว
ran
วันหนึ่ง
next to the glass
เจ้า
box
ชาย
where she
ก็
was
มาเห็น
sleeping.
สโนไวท์
ว้าว
Yes, the beautiful prince
เจ้า
was
ชาย
saw
ก็
as a
จุ่มพริก
reflection of
ให้
the
สโน
river.
ไวท์
Singing in his
Don't
dreams,
hit that.
was lying right in front of him. He lifted up the cover of the box and
Don't
kissed
hit it.
Snow White. Right at that moment, Snow White's and the prince's dreams came true.
หลังจาก
They
จุ่มพริกแล้วสโนไวท์ก็ลุกขึ้น
overcame the curse, and Snow White opened her eyes. At that same time, finding out about all that had happened to his daughter, the king broke the magic mirror and sent the queen as far away from the castle as possible.
เจ้าชาย
Snow White
เจ้าชาย
finally returned to the castle and
ที่รักของไว้
her father. Snow White, magical
ไปเราไปหาเด็กพ่อเราดีกว่าเจ้าชาย และแล้วโนไวท์ก็จบ แบบแฮปปี้เอนดิ้ง